begin. Today I will be starting with much awaited topic, or rather it's being my job on planet Earth. So, how to get enlightened? How to get enlightened? See, in this I'll be explaining the process of enlightenment. I'm starting with a series called How to Get Enlightened. What I'm going to do in this is I'll be providing a number of ways with which one can get enlightened and can use their enlightenment for the betterment of their life as it will be perceived before you get enlightened. Okay, so once you get enlightened, you won't feel that there is anything that you need to do better in your life, or betterment. You need any improvement in your life. See, understand the aspect that enlightenment is the best thing that can happen to any living being. Let me put it this way: living being, plants, trees, animals, birds, insects. See, understand, I'm calling it enlightenment is not constricted, or not it is not limited to human beings. See, I'm an enlightened being, so now, as per my understanding, or as per my seeing, let me put it this way, as per my seeing, I have seen that the maximum amount of delusion that lies with human beings. The animals are free from delusion. Okay, so this is the need. The need for enlightenment is not for other beings, or I was calling plants, animals, and see all these the species that are there, apart from mammalian species as they are called, as it is called. So, see, these mammals or mammalians or human beings, I will exclude them too. The other mammals do not need that much. See, even though they are enlightened or not enlightened, let me put it this way, enlightened or not enlightened, or they live enlightened life. You're getting the point. They live enlightened life. I'm talking about the animals. Trees, they are enlightened. So plants, trees, and all. See, understand, living beings means living. You call them living beings. Understand? You use little amount of your head. Living beings. So they are living. Okay. For you, you don't see tree as a living being. You don't see plant as a living being. But they are living. You consider them as an object, and yourself as again an object. See, under delusion, you yourself, you are the way you are because you consider yourself object, not a subject. Understand? the day you will understand how you are subject, you are enlightened. You're getting me? See, why? See, I used to wonder when I was under the process of enlightenment. I used to wonder why these all the books. I've read many books. So all these books, they talk in not in direct terms. Directly they are not. And now also when I'm producing my videos, many of the people who watches my video, not my followers rather, they are the doubt element. They create doubt. So anyway, so the people who watches my videos, they come up with they are not able to understand the way I talk. They ask me to simplify. Understand what I'm talking is so simple that it is next to impossible to simplify it. You getting it? No, not exactly. So, see, it is simple because all it is you got to see it. It is visible. See, when you watch things, see, reading, when you are reading books, okay. So in the books, when you are reading page by page, and then you create your own imagination, okay. So in that imagination, you use your, or rather, the other aspect, when you are reading something and you don't have freedom for imagination, you have to see it as it is, okay. So you read and then you perceive and then you draw a picture. That becomes a little difficult compared to what you watch on YouTube or any media for that matter. You're watching it, you're getting the point. So when you watch, it becomes simple. You don't need to understand. When you are reading, you need to watch. Again, you're getting the point. You're reading, you need to understand, and then you have to create a picture in your head to what you are reading. But when you are watching, you are just watching. You don't need to create a picture. Picture is already there. So all I'm saying is, once you are enlightened, you see. So there is nothing to talk as such. To withdraw people's attention, okay, so that they would understand this importance of seeing. Okay, this importance, once you understand that seeing is so important, you will start to take an effort to see. Because see, it is a huge delusion. It is a huge delusion. And for you to see what is there, it's not easy unless and until you inculcate that seeing is important. I want to see it. You know what? Intense desire. You got to have an intense desire to see. Okay. Once you will have the intense desire to see, you will get enlightened. Okay. So intense desire to see. See where? Inside. See where? Inside your head. Okay. So inside your head there is something. Okay. But your intense desire should not go for CT scan, or rather there are a number of 3D models of CT scannings that, okay, scan my head, I want to see what is there inside my head. You won't be able to see what is there. You're getting the reality? you won't be able to see what is there. Okay. Let me give you the best example of it. What is there is in the form of a light. Okay. And it is visible only when your head gets lit up. And again, you cannot use the external bulb source to, and then you are saying that you are inside your head, at the center of your head, there is a light source. Okay. Once that light source increases its intensity, okay, increment of that, understand the dimmer that you have. What is in current state is inside the center of your head, that is dimmed by the process of creating an intense desire to see. What you will do is you will start increasing the light. See anything for that matter. Imagine yourself in a dark room, and there is an intense desire for you to see what is there inside that room. So what are you going to do? You will look out for light source. So okay, so the same thing, inside your head there are many things. There are functional components, and those functional components, they require the light source. And this light source, there are processes. Yoga is a process via which you increase the light inside the head. Once the light inside the head increases, you start to see the functional aspect. Understand, I'm talking about the functional. If you do the CT scan, you won't be able to see the functional aspect. You will see the anatomical aspect. Understand? In CT scan, MRI scan, in all those scanning procedures, all you see is the anatomical aspect. What you need to see is the physiological aspect. I mean, even now the physiology that is understood in modern medical fraternity, even that, if you are able to see that, let me just make you understand the physiological, the functioning aspect, how your head is functioning. Okay, in your head there are a number of centers, they call the association center, memory center, and then you have the visual center, auditory center. See, all those centers inside your brain here. See, inside your brain, you have a number of centers. Okay. Now, these centers inside your brain, they perform all these functions of auditory function. You don't know how you listen, do you? Even the ENT, the specialist of ear, he himself does not know in totality or in reality how do we listen. Okay, so a word falls on your ear and then it is transmitted to auditory center. There the processing happens and then you come up with a understanding of it, called bodh in Sanskrit. Now, the understanding that is generated, which is called as bodh, you are sitting in the center of your head, and what is happening is all these informations are put to you. Understand yourself, what you are in reality. So you are sitting in the center of your head, and there are n number of centers. Okay. Now these n number of, what are these n number of centers? Just like when I say you are sitting in the center, what do I mean? See, the collection of neurons. Let me make it more precise for you. The collection of neurons. Now you in the center, you are a collection of neurons. Okay, whom you consider yourself. Okay, that is one chunk of neurons whom you consider your. I will define in the as we'll proceed further. How do you define yourself? How you are, and then now at the center of your head, you are there, and what is there surrounding it? So it is called as midbrain. Let's put it this. Say for example, midbrain. Okay, so you are this midbrain or at the center of your head. Okay. Now these are different centers. Okay, these are different centers run by different entities. Let me make it. Or these are collection of neurons. Now these collection of neurons, what happens is they are given a number of they are associated with a number of function. Now auditory, then visual, then association, then a number of temporal region, a number of regions are associated with a number of functions. Now these regions are continuously engaged in a number of functions. Okay, and that functions is relayed to you at the center of your, and that at the center, or when you will pass on, whether if you are associating with something, then it will be that signal is transmitted. If it is not, it is not, or however is your association, the signal is transmitted. Now that signal runs through your body and you perform a function. Say for example, your a function of you moving, talking, opening your eyes, closing your eyes, all these functions for that matter. Now these functions are relayed. How are these functions relayed? Understand, see your neurons. Okay, so your whole brain consists of these neurons. Try to see what are these neurons. These neurons are one particular neuron have a complete function within himself. Okay, so this one neuron holding a complete function in itself. Now these functions are provided. These functions are provided. Now you understand, you got to divide your brain into two regions, or not two regions, or two understandings. Now one is your conscious and the subconscious brain. Now your conscious brain, so your understand, subconsciously you know everything. Just simply understand for time being. Subconsciously, the neurons, the amount of neurons that your brain holds, all the neurons holds everything, every information that is present. But the amount of neuron that is firing inside your brain is 3 to 5%. Everybody knows that the amount of brain that is used by a normal human being is 3 to 5%. Now 3 to 5% of neurons are functional in your, And rest, functional means conscious. Understand? Functional means conscious. They are active. They are imparting signals. Now you have rest of 95% to 97% of your neurons. What are they doing? They are your subconscious neuron. Subconscious. You have subconscious brain. Subconsciously you did this. Subconsciously you did subconscious. But 97% of you is subconscious. You don't even remember. Once you know that this 97% of what you are calling as subconscious is what is you in reality, then you will know that then you are enlightened, for that matter. The process of enlightenment is nothing but increasing the capacity of the brain from 3 to 5% to 100%. Once your brain becomes functional to 100%, you are called as completely enlightened being. Got the point? Okay. So currently you all are using 3 to 5% of your brain. As you will proceed further, you will know how you can use it to 100%. Now what is happening is, see this collection of two division, conscious and subconscious. Conscious is nothing but what you are, what you are currently. See, say for example, if you are a doctor, so whatever information that you have collected right from your conception till now is your conscious. Whatever information that you think that you know, you say that I know. Every time you say, yeah, I know, man, I know this, I know that. So whatever you say that you know, so that is you as a, okay, 3 to 5%. What you say is you don't know. Okay, you don't know, that is 97% of you. Now, in that, there are n number of things that you learn. Your system, it is there. It is those informations are carried. See, information function. So, if you are a carpenter, that information you have learned and you have become a carpenter. You getting the point? If you are a software designer, that information was given to you and you learned, and then you become a software engineer. You get this point. Okay, so that information, your neurons hold almost all information present